Hello folks, it's another cold day. It's later in the afternoon now. I've spent the day insulating the new studwork around the new doorway, but I need to start compiling the list of materials I need for getting all of the heating, hot water and that plumbed up. So Rob, who was here yesterday, has done me a schematic drawing. Yeah, I got to pick the bones out of this and figure out what materials I need. There's a couple of pumps, central heating pumps, flow switch, a couple of thermostats, and lots of 22mm pipe and some 35mm. The place where we took this from, which we had to decommission it, was having a new system installed. I think it was some kind of air source or something like that, or maybe an oil boiler, I can't remember now. So this pipe here had to stay with the building, so that pipe, which is 35mm, has got to be connected to that pipe on top of the boiler. So that's where hot water flows around between the cylinder and the boiler. So yeah, I got my work cut out a little bit figuring this out. That's what I'm going to be spending the next little while on. It'll be quite an interesting project. I've done plenty of bits of plumbing up until now, but I've never done this kind of thing. It's a bit more complex than anything I've done before, but hey, you know, got a good drawing. It's going to be interesting. We're going to create, I've got to get a couple of heat exchangers for the hot water, which essentially will work like a combi boiler, like a gas combi boiler, where you turn your tap on, your hot tap, water starts to flow, and that fires the boiler, and that heats the water instantaneously. So you get a constant supply of hot water while the boiler is firing. So we're going to do a similar thing here, except instead of having a gas boiler firing, what will happen is when you open the tap, there'll be a thing called a flow switch on the pipe, which will detect when there's water flowing through the pipe, and that will, instead of activating a gas boiler, it will activate a pump which will push the hot water out of the cylinder through the heat exchangers, and then the water will transfer, the heat in the hot water pipes will transfer in the heat exchangers into the cold water, come out the other end of those heat exchangers hot, and carry on into the house. So that's going to be quite an interesting thing to do. Looking forward to that. I've ordered the heat exchangers already. They should get here next week. So I just got to work out the rest of it. Quantities of pipe, fittings, elbows, straight connectors, T's, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so I'm going to get my head around that and create a list and hopefully get that ordered. If not tonight, then tomorrow, depending on how well I get on with my brain. So yeah, that's the next task. Delighted with how this has all gone in though, and really looking forward to having this up and running. It's going to be an exciting day when we fire that boiler for the first time. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to crack on with that. Hello folks, I've got a fair bit done in on that back wall where the door has been formed. The stonemason Simon came and worked. So I've got this section, the studwork finished, insulation, membrane and plasterboarded to there. So now I'm going to start making my way up and start insulating this top section. I've got enough insulation, I think. I've only got 2.5 sheets of the big stuff left. I think I need 2 more sheets, so that'll do at least this side. So that's what we're going to get on with now. So it's 150mm Celotex in between the rafters, and then membrane, and then another inch over the top, and then plasterboard. So that's what I'm working on. -6 last night. It's about lunchtime now. It's warmed up to a balmy 0. There we go. Got to crack on with it no matter what. Hello folks, I've carried on. I think in the last bit of footage I was just starting to put the plasterboard up on my own, so I thought I'd just film the rest of it, or rather I'd just do the rest of it without filming it. Save people telling me I should be getting a plasterboard lift and not doing that on your own and all of that stuff. The whole point, well not the whole point, but one of the things that I have to do on this project is save money everywhere I possibly can. I've got loads of time, haven't got loads of money, so that's why I'm not hiring things and I'm working harder, I suppose. I'd like to think I work fairly smartly, even though I don't hire lots of gear to help me do it. I just sort of rely on my own experience and strength and whatever. So that said, I've got this bathroom ceiling plasterboarded now. I can't do the inside because it needs to be the waterproof stuff, this stuff, the green green. I had a bit of this left over from the upstairs shower room, so I've put that up so that I can get this stud work along the end here. So that's the next bit. Cables for switching, and these 3 cables are for the switch for the ceiling light, switch for a feature light which I'm going to put around the bottom and around the bath, and a 2-way switch for these lights in the hallway outside. And then those 2 lights up there, those 2 wires up there are for the isolator switch for the fan, which I've put through the wall there. So the next stage is to get this stud wall built, get the sliding pocket door frame put together, which is down there. I think you'll have probably seen that in a previous video. I did one upstairs. Yeah, I'll get that assembled. What I'm going to do is get the head of the wall in and the 2 ends, and then build the pocket door frame, get that in, and then build the rest of the stud wall around it. So I've drilled the holes in the head to let the cables through, and I'll carry on from there. So a little detail I've been quite particular about is we're going to have a return here, and an architrave on the front of that. So I want the distance from that architrave into the corner there to be the same as the architrave, because this is going to be a door opening here, so I want that to be the same. So by the time I've put 2 4x2s up there, I'll have 100mm, and I've got just under 100mm there, because I've got to add another 20mm there for the board that's going to go in there. So it means when I'm done, I'll have 100mm of wall there and 100mm of wall there. When the architraves go on, there'll be an equal gap in the corner. Just things like that just, you know, if one was 50mm and the other was 85, it just looked wrong. And it's going to be the same on this side, although there won't be a doorway this side. I'm going to have the same amount of wall return before that wall starts. So when you stand back here, you know, when you come in the front door, that doorway will be framed the same on both sides. It'll be even and equal, which we like. Okay, after lots of fiddling around, that's the pocket door assembled. Off you go. I've had to modify it at the top because I've got to get these cables through, and the top is solid, so there's no way to come through, so I've had to drill a hole, well, several holes. So that I can get the cables through really ideally, well, I have managed to get a rubber grommet in there. It's obviously where I've drilled the holes through, the edges of the metal are quite sharp, and I can't afford to be cutting the cables. So, of course, the other thing I've got to do then is I'll have to cut a slot in the front of the head plate that goes through. Lots to think about. Oh, that's good. That's the two-way switch cable, which is 4-core. Let's look for the head. That's silly. No, it's not. Yes, it is. The whole door's got to move 2 inches to the left when that upright goes in. So it means that slot is. Oh, come on. So that's going to be more like there. Need to extend it an inch or so. Right, try again. Horrible day today. Supposed to be gathering, not a chance. Can't even see the corrie from here today. Anyway, Lindsay's been away for a few days. It's her turn to go to Essex this time. Been to see her folks. She's back. And so she hasn't seen any Maggie. She hasn't seen any of the last few days' progress. So I'm just going to show her now.
Can I open the door?
You can open the door, yeah. Are you ready?
Oh my god! Oh my god! You've got so much done.
It's pretty neat, isn't it?
Oh, there's loads of room in here.
Yeah. Not a lot of light though.
It's changed it.
Yeah, you see what I mean about.
Yeah, don't want that all open.
You don't want it open, do you? No. Also, that's the line, the inside, the hall side line of the wall. I think that's through that side. I'm guessing it will.